Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, I'm glad you stumbled across this video. My name is Mindy, and in this video, we're doing a gameplay overview of the new Sims 4 expansion pack, Enchanted by Nature. I purchased this pack with my own money, and all opinions are my own. The video you're about to watch was live streamed on twitch.tv/mellowmindy. Link is in the description below. If you would not mind giving me a follow, like, and comment, and without further ado, let's jump into my review of Enchanted by Nature Part 4 gameplay. Okay, we're gonna get into the gameplay today. I'm excited. I haven't actually watched anyone play the gameplay of this pack yet. So it's gonna be interesting to figure it out. So let's look at the aspiration first. So elixir enthusiast, forage for apothecary ingredients 3 times, craft 2 items from the apothecary table, give a cure or elixir to 3 other Sims, reach level 2 of the naturopath career. Okay, so yeah, we can look for a job. Find a job. Okay, that's the new career, naturopath. Sims with this job will be able to see clients on their home lot as well as the standard go to work and work from home options. The naturopath draws on deep wells of knowledge from crafting elixirs to foraging to help other Sims feel their best. If you're drawn to healing and foraging to help, if you're drawn to healing and balance, this career is for you. Unlock 3 career outfits, new socials such as educate about balance, additional work interactions including the ability to see ailing Sims at the home lot, traits and decor objects such as Everdo Wisdom frame pack that are perfect for any home office. Career branches, apothecurist, and lifestyle coaching. So that's when we saw those outfits in Create a Sim that, depending on which branch, you can launch different, or can unlock different outfits. So, $18 an hour from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So let's take that job. Work assignments. Craft 3 cures or elixirs. Should I get a jump start on the assignment? Sure. I don't know how to do that though. Oh, hello? Are you kidding me? Hold on. That is the most adorable thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. Please don't fall down that drain. That drain, you could definitely fall down. That is so cute. Okay, I already like this. Reagan has earned fairy experience and has begun her journey down a path of wonder and magic. She can earn more fairy experience by performing fairy-related interactions, including shrinking and interacting with objects or using fairy abilities. Oh my god, that is so cute. I can't. That is so cute. How do I craft cures and elixirs? I'm just gonna let you keep free will, because I think I need the apothecary table, but I don't have it. Let's delete some of this stuff up here, since I obviously don't have a baby. Craft 3 cures or elixirs. Study apothecary cures. Craft. I'm probably gonna need ingredients, yeah. So I can purchase ingredients. Yeah, let's do that. Unlocked moss notebook entry. Okay. Aura petals, harvested from the aura blossom plant that are used in apothecary crafting. These plants and their seeds can be found around in a screen. Aura petals can also be found while foraging for apothecary ingredients or purchased from apothecary Todd Cures and Elixirs market stall in the Spruce Dairy Grove neighborhood of Innisgreen. As long as it's in stock. They can also directly purchase from the apothecary table, the computer. Moss can be found while foraging for apothecary ingredients or purchased, blah blah blah. Okay, can I craft something now? Burning Passion Cure, Simoleon Fever Cure, Creation Impulse Cure. Let's just create That one, I guess. Acquired the apothecary skill. Reagan is officially an aspiring apothecary. Whether she is planning to help herself or others, an array of recipes are waiting to be unlocked for from cures and ailments to elixirs. Continue building this skill by crafting at the apothecary table, reading skill books, or researching on the computer. Okay, so I crafted one item. Just need to craft another. Let's craft Simoleon fever cure. Oh, I can shrink and play. Okay. Store all apothecary elixirs. Okay, that's cool. Let's do that. And then let's shrink and play and see what that looks like. Name the thing. Here, I'm gonna name you Greg, because that's the first thing that popped into my head. Hi, Greg. Level 2 Apothecary. Through muddling, mixing, and mashing, Reagan can now forage for apothecary ingredients and craft cures for the following ailments. Sonic sinuses, greeny meanie, luck magnet, emotional void, gnome lure. Gnome lure. Okay, where'd you go? Are you just playing? Like in the drawer? I was hoping to see her like on the shelves or something. Does this get her fun up? Oh, that's cute. Oh, so it's kind of almost like with Ghost, where like the ghost possesses something and they just like go into the item. I thought she would go into like a drawer or on the shelves or something. Where are you going? Okay, so it does look like it gives fun up, so that's kind of cool. Emotional force. Emotional force is consumed to perform fairy abilities, but any fairy who runs out completely will die. Recover emotional force by absorbing the emotions of other Sims or regenerating emotional force. Oh my god. Can you like kill other Sims by absorbing their emotions? So I'm guessing shrinking and playing, does that like decrease that? Oh, hello. Can I take your emotions? Detect emotions, absorb emotions. Can I do that? I don't want her to be evil though, but I just want to see what it looks like. Oh, that was a positive interaction. I thought she was gonna like be okay. No, now she's upset. Do we have a bad relationship now? I really should get going now. Thanks for hanging out with me. You're welcome. Thank you for your emotion. So we don't really have a relationship. So I don't think that helped or hurted. Alright, so where do we get these collectibles from? Or these, oh yeah, that's the, you don't have enough fairy dust. The little teleporter thing. We're gonna have to get fairy dust and figure out what that does. Oh, this looks like something. Collect lightning root leaves. Do that. So yeah, can I fly? Disable flying. Okay, so I think maybe like if I say go here, fly here. Oh my god, that's so cute. That's so cute. So does instantly fly, does that work as like the vampires where they just teleport kind of? Yeah, it is. Okay. Can I harvest you? Cleanse in nature? What is that? What are you doing? Are you gonna playing in it? What does that bring up? It says cleanse in nature. Does it bring your hygiene up? I don't know. I don't know why that would bring your hygiene up. That doesn't make any sense, but I don't know what that was. Yeah, the tiny wings are weird. Where are you going? Where are you going? Bask in emotions. Bottle spring emotion potion. Ask Moondrop Spring how it's feeling. Huh, okay, hold on. Bathe in water. Does that bring your hygiene up? I mean, your hygiene's already up, so it doesn't really matter. Reagan learned more about using her natural living skill to care for her needs naturally. Natural living skill offers all sim aged child or older to a way to solve each of their needs in nature. Reagan's new skill in natural living allows her to fulfill more needs outdoors. Okay, it can be challenging at first, but living out in nature becomes easy and comfortable with practice. Reagan can sleep on the ground, indoors and outdoors, but will gain energy slower and lose hygiene until she grows more skillful. Reagan will also bathe in any outdoor water that is shallow enough to wade in, including ponds, rivers, and ocean shorelines. In addition, Reagan can also take a sponge bath in public restrooms. Ew, that's gross. And fairy hub locations in Everdew. Eating harvestable foods will help Reagan gain a small amount of fun. Fun, okay. That'll be really useful for like Rags to Riches Let's Plays. I feel like that's what it's made for Rags to Riches. So what does bask in emotions do? Does that like regain your emotional force? It does. So is she like photosynthesizing? Is that what she's doing? This is so pretty. Okay, so if let's bottle up Spring Emotion Potion. Oh, so that's the bored emotion potion. Can I drink it? I don't think I want to drink it. Ask the spring how it's feeling. I'm guessing it's feeling bored, considering that's what I bottled up. And then can I ask to change to playful? Yep, I'm feeling bored. Ooh, I'm bored. Every week I get so inspired for a new week, only to remember I'm but a body of water that can't actually do much except create fairies. If you're not a fairy, do you come into this water to become a fairy? Moondrop springs have a mystical and moody essence indeed. This body of water seems to have more feelings than the average sim. The emotion of the Moondrop springs ebbs and flows. It constantly changes each day at noon and midnight, except Saturdays when it's naturally happy all day. Okay. Yeah, can I ask it to change? Did I ask it to change its emotion? Did it change? Can you ask it? Mother Nature's deep emotional connection to the Moondrop Springs allows her to change its emotional state when called upon. Befriending Mother Nature will make her more receptive to changing the Moondrop Springs. Okay, so is she my friend? Do I have a relationship with it? No. So how do I do that? How do I become the water's friend? Or Mother Nature's friend? Oh, here's something. What are you? Aura Blossom. Can I collect the petals? Change aura. Fairy dust is... okay, so... what aura does it give me? Blossom's Revenge from Aura Blossom. Reagan experienced an ominous vibe from the Aura Blossom as if the plant was somehow angry. She can feel herself reflecting the negative emotion. Okay, so that was not a good thing. Can I figure out, like... can I also ask it? No, talk to nature, level 5 nature living skill. So no, I have to get that skill up so that I can ask the plant to change its mood. Didn't I? I thought I saw like a fairy house. There it is, right there. So sleep, view, put in inventory, regenerate emotional force, shake for fairy dust, take a bath. So it's like a whole house. Throw a dance party. Is that something? Collect fairy dust. That is not very obvious. Fairy Council Liaison. Okay. Ask Innis Green Local about Starseed Teleporter. The Starseed Teleporter is located out in Everdew. It lets you travel to hidden places by way of fairy dust. And if you complete one of my fables, I just might let you take one home. Could be nice to spend in Arvo. What's that? At a secluded place. Okay. Ask about fairies. Ask about Fairy Council. Trade item. Acquire a fable. What do I trade? Winged or wingless, all fairies are emotional creatures who need to tend their emotional force by absorbing emotion from others or drinking emotion potions. Fairies that embrace their fairy behaviors can earn ability points and gain new ranks, which is really just an administrative way of saying they learn new tricks. They can ask fairies or fairy dust, or they can ask fairies for fairy dust and use it for to enchant many things. Don't be surprised if they say nar. Nar. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's so funny. Okay. Acquire a fable. Sims can acquire up to 3 fables from the various fabulites around town. Do I have to pay her $222? I have to pay her for a fable? That's kind of lame. A family who owned everything in the world had not finished grabbing their share, and these Sims, you should know, up in their chateau, had money to spend without care. Now Joffrey thought schools, but dear Nancy thought pools should become their next big endeavor. But they both had such pride and could not decide on just whose idea was more clever. Ask fairies for an item to deliver. Rewards: Darcy teleporter, emotion potion, randomized fruit or seed, and a fable. Okay. Wait, do I pay her money or do I get money? It was not really clear. It didn't take anything away, so I don't know. Where's the fable at? Ask a fairy for a moody shrub seed and deliver item. Can I ask you for a moody shrub seed? Ask for a fairy seedling? Apologies, I don't seem to have any seedlings on me. Ask for fairy seedling. Okay, don't go upstairs. Oh, so she has one. Has been gifted a fairy seedling. Has been placed in her inventory. A very special seedling which, if planted, can summon Mother Nature herself. Okay, so that's not what I needed. I mean, that's kind of cool, but that's not what I needed. Oh, here we go. Ask for moody shrub seed. I'd be happy to give you what you need for a price. House 50 simoleons. Sure. Deliver. And so Joffrey got sneaky and Nancy got cheeky. Their plans they both secretly smother. A password reset for the bank account's net was surely to foil the other. But they could not expect the login to get wrecked, and now neither could get any money. So instead of rapport, they seemingly poor, and nobody won, which is funny. Okay. A Starseed teleporter has been played in Reagan's household inventory. An emotion potion and randomized fruit seeds have been placed in the inventory. Believed to have originated in Everdew during the creation of Moondrop Springs by Mother Nature. The plant is named for its enchanting blossoms, celebrated for their renowned beauty and unique ability to affect mood once they have been bloomed. Emotionally starving. What do you mean she's emotionally starving? Like, so her emotional force is low? Any fairy that is completely runs out of emotional force will die. Well, it's halfway. It's halfway. I don't know why they're saying she's dying. I think that's a little bit, you're exaggerating just a little bit. Can we regenerate emotional force since they apparently were saying that she was dying? Oh, so that means she doesn't need to eat. I have that, fun, social, energy, and hygiene. She doesn't need to eat. Is that why the pack didn't come with a fridge? Oh my god, you just love playing in the freaking sink. Does that get your hygiene up? It does. Okay, so what do you need to do for your job? Study holistic care on the computer, not started. Well, I don't have a computer. I guess we can go to the library. There's not a library in this world, though. What do you need to do for your aspiration? Forage ingredients. Oh, I've contracted an ailment. These come from being very unbalanced, but ailments can also be contracted through contagious spread, like interacting with other Sims who have ailments, using the toilet away from Reagan's home lot, or sometimes just waking up under the weather. Ailments will pass naturally after some time, but Reagan may wish to cure it sooner. Ailment cures and preventative elixirs can be crafted at the apothecary table, visiting a naturopath, or fairies have the ability to remove them as well. It feels like ailments is just a way for them to bring more illnesses to the game, you know, but calling it something different. Okay, so I need to study holistic care. There we go. They really want me to, like, forage for ingredients, but then not give me really any places to forage from. Okay, is that not an ingredient? What are the ingredients? Select the ground on natural terrain and choose forage for apothecary. Oh, hold on. Oh, I just clicked the ground. Cannot forage on this ground. Try grass, dirt, or sand. Is that not grass? I thought like foraging meant like the plants. I didn't know I had to dig in the ground. Found a daisy. That's super weird that you can forage for a daisy in the ground when daisies are a plant that you can like... that you can grow. Did you just throw up? Ew. Give a cure or elixir to 3 other Sims. Reach level 2 of the career. Like, can I give them a cure, please? Give elixir. Okay, there we go. Apothecary, give elixir, give her the other one. There we go, we gave it to her. Okay, so we just need to make one more potion to give to another person and then get a promotion. So can you sleep in your, yeah, sleep in there. Like, really, you don't really need a house. Like, you can sleep in there. I think it said you can bathe in there. And you don't need food. So you don't need a kitchen. Let's regenerate our emotional force. And then can you bathe in there? Yeah, take a bath in there too. Okay, design balance program on the computer. I don't have a computer though. Give her the elixir. And then that'll tick off that one right there. There we go. Okay, let's go to the computer so I can do that task. Okay, so that's it. Reagan has learned more about using her natural living skill to cure for her needs naturally. Natural living skills offers all Sims aged blah 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 whatever. Okay. Is that a fairy circle? What can I do with that? Okay, why are you watching him shower? Weirdo. Okay, did that do anything? Or is that only for non-fairy Sims? That seems kind of scammy that you can really do it anywhere. Anywhere there's like grass or dirt. Versus looking for like a dig spot or like a collection spot where there's like a plant growing. Shop for garden and live houseplant supplies. Is that going to be the same thing that I can buy like on the computer? Yeah, pretty much. Or a blossom seed. That's 500? That's expensive. Farmer veggies and herbs. Garden planter box. Books. Okay, so this is where I can get moody shrub seeds, lightning root seeds. Listen. Listen to the mushroom? What does that do? You noticed me. I appreciate the moral support. The morale support? Moral support? Does that do anything, or is that just for shits and giggles? If you don't do the Garden Pal's fable, I'm going to die of sporedom. Oh my god. They had too much fun with that. Okay. Shop for apothecary items. Is that just the same stuff? Oh, apothecary books. Aura petal. Cowplant horn. That's the one. Purchase used books. Is that like, just really any book? Or are there any new ones? A game of groans. A game of musical chairs. A song of hot and cold. Okay. I'm not that clever with book titles. I don't really want any books. Okay, let's go home. And then we can do the fairy seedling. Can grow that. Can I? Can do the aura blossom seed. Let's plant that. Can I not? Place in world. Why can't I plant it? With the fairy seedling in the inventory, select a planter box, garden, pot, or grassy terrain. Well, I can't drag it though. I don't own this. What? But someone gave it to me. So I'm confused. Why wouldn't, oh my goodness. Why doesn't it let me do it? Someone gave it to me. What do you mean I don't own it? Okay, well, can I sell it? I guess. That's the only thing I can do with it, because it won't let me plant it. That's weird. Okay, so pile of fairy dust. So I know this takes fairy dust. Teleport to Sylvan Glade. A lush hidden forest found in Willow Creek. Forgotten Grotto. Hidden caves found in Oasis Springs. The Magic Realm, Glimmerbrook. Okay, so all of the hidden realms you can just use this to teleport to, which I was hoping it would be a little bit more exciting than that. Like a new hidden world. But it's not a new hidden world. So that's kind of lame, actually. I kind of don't want that now, actually. I kind of want to sell it now. because that doesn't seem that special in my opinion. Sorry. Okay, so then what else can I do with the fairy dust? Oh, enchanting plants and making gnomes come to life. Okay. What ailment or what cure do I need? Okay, can I see it? Feels like she's attracting luck from all around. Seems like everyone else has been a little less lucky, but maybe that's just a coincidence. Okay. Gonna take a shower. You work at 8 a.m. Oh, and you should be getting a promotion too, because that's checked off now. Fairy stories. Become a fairy. Okay, well I can just quickly... Hello, I'm already a fairy. There we go. Throw 3 fairy dance parties at the fairy home. Befriend 2 fairy sims. And then reach the glimmering fairy rink. Use fairy dust to enchant 3 items. Use the Moss Veil fairy hub and use it 3 times. Okay. Is that... I think that one's new too. Nature Nomad? That looks new. I'm not entirely sure which ones the new ones were. That seems new though. Okay, did I just ask you to eat that? I did not mean to ask you to eat that. That was my bad. Reagan is learning more ways to live out in nature. She can now directly summon a privy bush outside for bladder relief, and so I can summon it? Summon a privy bush. Wait, vampires and fairies cannot call the privy bush because they don't have bladder needs? So privy bush for bladder relief, gain hunger by gulping down any fish she has acquired. Do I need to cook it? Oh, never mind. No cooking involved. That's disgusting. She can now intentionally forage for food. So this is definitely for people who want to do like rags to riches. Like forage for food. What do I like what can you is she eating directly from the ground or does it go into her inventory? It looks like she just eats whatever comes out of the ground. Okay, cool. 5 piles of fairy dust to enchant? That's a lot. I only have 5. What does enchanting it do? Just enchanted her first plant. While enchanted, Sims don't need to worry about watering, weeding, or spraying their plants. Enchanted plants will also mature and evolve faster. But watch out, enchanted plants might attract pixies that Sims will need to shoo away before they are able to interact with plants again. When fairies like Reagan clean themselves, they leave behind little piles of fairy dust. These fairy piles can be collected and used for a variety of things like bubble. Okay. Let's work from home. Okay, but did I get fairy dust? Because I feel like I didn't get fairy dust. Oh, never mind. It's on the floor. There it goes. Collect. Oh my god, there's like 4 piles. Or 5 piles. Okay, balance program. Design balance program. Okay, let's do that. I don't have to keep going to that lot every time I want to use the computer. That's like working from home. It's like I just do the one thing and then I'm done for the day. It's almost kind of boring because now like it's only 10 a.m. and like what do I do now? Okay, why is that sparkling? Shake fairy dust? Okay, why are you different colors though? Is that bad? Depleted. Fertilizer depleted. Burning passion cure, simoleon cure. Oh, I used the daisy. I needed 3, but whatever. Sonic sinuses cure? That sounds lovely. Gnome lure cure, luck magnet cure, emotion void cure. What did the other, the fairy one need? Dance parties and befriend fairy sims. I just need a steady holistic care on the computer for another promotion. So for this tier, detect emotions with emotion stone, bottle 3 emotions with the emotion stone. Earn $600 by selling items crafted at an apothecary table. I mean, I guess I could just quickly... Oh, that's $9. That's not worth a lot at all. That's gonna take a while. Reach level 4 of the career. Okay. Can we throw a fairy dance party with you guys? Do you have another fable for me? Acquire a fable. Through mist or through rock, found deep in a cove, a land lived alone and in secret. And any reward that could be discovered, the sim was allowed to just keep it. Now this place was made for all of life's creatures, but nobody knew its true worth, except Mother Nature and her nomenclature, which stated it's deep in the earth. So go, my dear friend, figure out what she means and catch your reward if you dare. You can teleport and travel in short, and the travel is short, then figure out what is hidden there. Travel and collect a fish. Reward, forbidden fruit, live houseplant, and a fable. Okay. Teleport to Sylvan Glade. Why was that glowing? Oh, I don't have good luck today. I think they copied off of like Stardew Valley, like good luck and bad luck days. Let's go to the little rock thingy over there. Teleport to Sylvan Glade. Alright, catch a tree fish. Sims with level 2 fishing skill can catch the tree fish by fishing. Okay, so I'm only level 1. So I'll have to level up first before I can catch it, I guess. What the heck is that? What the heck? What are you? Why am I getting evil eyes from nature right now? Is nature not liking me? Is that because I have bad luck today? Is that a thing? That nature gives you like the stank eye if you're having a bad luck day? Or is that a Sylvan Glade thing? I don't like how it's looking at me. I'm gonna look the other way. I'm scared. Reagan has- oh, because I have a bad luck day. It looks like Reagan has felt the effects of luck for the first time. Good luck and bad luck have a chance to impact the results of a Sim's actions for better or for worse. If desired, there are ways to temporarily change a Sim's luck. Otherwise, luck changes every day. There we go. Now I caught a tree fish. The tree fish was drawn to Reagan due to her bad luck, right? Why would that be my bad luck? Feeble completed. A beautiful scene, fairies flutter and flee, but nothing seems like a big deal. I'm sure if you knew, you'd get a mother's clue, and maybe that thing would be real. So it's probably better to not know it was dirt, the thing you were trying to cache. To mother, it's treasure. It brings her great pleasure, though most Sims would deem it was trash. A live house plant has been placed in the household inventory. Forbidden fruit has been placed in my inventory. Okay. Okay, I don't like how nature is glaring at me. It's giving me the heebie-jeebies. Natural living level 3. The wild calls. Reagan can now intentionally forage for plants. Eating harvestable foods will also better satisfy her hunger. Sleeping on the ground outdoors and indoors is a little more restful and won't reduce Reagan's hygiene as quickly as she gains skills. Sleeping will become even better. Okay, so I need to do another fairy party. Can we do a fairy party? Reagan has ascended to becoming a rank 2 glowing fairy and received a fairy ability point. She now has access to abilities like bottle emotions, manifest seed. Oh, that sounds gross. Can they name that something else? Manifest seed? I'm sorry. I don't like the way that's worded. And fairy insight. Purchase these abilities and more at the fairy ability tree. So fairy abilities. Spend ability points to gain a fairy ability. Cure or apply ailment. Make someone's day or ruin it. Sway another emotion. When preparing a sim to absorb their emotions or just setting the room's vibe, influencing the emotions of others can be a powerful tool. Okay, so I can like influence their emotions so that will it affect my emotion? Nurture nature. Through Reagan's magic, plants become watered with no weeds or bugs. That sounds nice. While animals are cured of any illness and become very happy. Magic channeled through fairies' affinity with nature has powerful results. Enchant plant. Reagan can directly enchant any plant until the enchantment wears off. The plant grows faster and stays fully watered, weeded, and has no other bugs. That sounds really nice. That sounds handy. Warm force gain. Gains a small amount of emotional force from friendly, romantic, or funny interactions. Adopt the inner social butterfly to emotionally recharge when interacting positively with other Sims. Wicked force gain. Gains a small amount of emotional force from mischief and mean social. I don't think she's mean. I think I want the nature nurture thing. The weed thing. How many of these do I have? I have 3. Then plants become watered with no weeds or bugs. Until enchantment wears off, the plants grow faster and stays fully watered, weeded, and has no bugs. That costs very high. The next tier, Reagan has higher chance of finding more ingredients while foraging. That would be nice. Gains access to the duplicate harvestable ability. Fairies are naturally in tune with nature. With a bit of magic, foraging is second nature. Creates an uncommon or rare seed, and that would be nice too. Let's do that one. Bodily emotion. Absorb an emotion from another sim to create an emotion potion in your inventory. Save a bit of emotion for later. Reagan can read personal information in the minds of other sims like traits, careers, and more. Reagan gains extra emotional force when absorbing positive emotions. Let's do the duplicate. Okay, what do we need? We don't really have any needs. That's kind of the boring thing about like not needing as many like needs as a regular sim. Is that like you don't really have anything to do. Oh, detect emotions with emotion stone. I don't know what the emotion stone. Well, it can be crafted at level 6 of the apothecary skill. Within it, Reagan's inventory selector. Okay. So what level apothecary am I? I'm level 2. Okay. Okay. Not level 6 is what you're telling me. Can I harvest these yet? Oh. What is going on? What was that? I don't know what just happened. Change aura. Change aura to bad luck. When near the aura blossom, Sim's luck may worsen. When near aura blossom, Sim's balance may increase. When near the aura blossom, plants may become enchanted. When near the aura blossom, Sim's luck may improve. Sim's balance may decrease. Sims may get a happy moodlet. Pixies will be less attracted to plants near the aura blossom. Let's, plants will become enchanted. See what that does. I didn't enchant this one though. I don't think I have enough still. Oh, you are a different color. Are you a different emotion? Ask how it's feeling. I'm feeling flirty. Friday night is a classic date night, even though no one loves me. I do love. Sims being nearby on dates makes me feel like I'm in a rom-com movie. Alas, if only I could truly watch movies or fall in love. Throw a fairy dance party, just like invite everybody over. There we go. Reach the glimmering fairy rank. How far away is the glimmering fairy rank? Radiant, brilliant, glimmering. So I just need one more rank. Reach the glimmering fairy rank. Oh, it says it right there. 2 out of 3. Use fairy dust to enchant 3 items. Visit the Mossvale Fairy Hub and use it 3 times. Mossvale Fairy Hub can be found in the Everdew neighborhood of Innisgreen. Select it and choose one of the interactions. Sims can use this space to learn more about fairies, becoming a fairy, an Everdew neighborhood, or to engage with the fairy court. Promoted to natural living novice. She will be making an additional 18 simoleons per hour for a grand total of 50 per hour. She has also received the following bonus, 300 simoleons. Her next shift is Saturday. Sponge bath and bathroom. Collect dairy fairy dust. Oh, let's do that. I need more fairy dust. So every 24 hours you can do that. Okay, so that was actually pretty good. I got quite a bit from that. What else can you do? Investigate fairy court documents. Ooh. Learn about Everdew history. Let's just, like, do all the things. According to some old fairy court documents, it seems like Mother Nature and Garden Pal went through a heart-wrenching romantic separation after the Gnome Wars. Something to do with Garden Pal starting to deeply misled Gnome Rebellion to prove their devotion. They say that it's always with the best intentions that the worst work is. Okay. Learn about Everdew history. The history of Everdew began after Mother Nature used the full moon's powers to pour her emotions into Moondrop Springs, and the springs was left forever enchanted with a mind of its own. From there, the Moondrop Springs serves as the birthplace of fairies, whereby the raw emotions of Mother Nature, the springs and fairies in tandem, naturally evolved into the fantastical forest seen today. How do you become a non-occult? Don't do it though, but how do you do it? Fairy life can be so emotional. It's okay if your wings feel too heavy. Just find a fairy seedling through foraging. Fables, ordering, through forging fables, ordering off the computer, or asking a fairy directly. With one safely in your pocket, you can plant it to summon Mother Nature. She'll remove your essence if you ask and send you on a path towards normalcy. Oh, so is that the seedling that I apparently didn't own even though someone gave it to me? Is that what that's supposed to do? Use the Moss Vale Fairy Hub steamed a toilet. I don't think we... Well, she doesn't have... I just realized she doesn't have bladder either. Alright, so I have 14 fairy dust now, which is nice. So I need to enchant something. What was I need? I need to just enchant items. Can I enchant any item? What can I enchant? Enchant growing plants, craft enchanted items with the nature. Oh, I forgot completely that that's an item that I can use. I completely forgot. Or give a little sprinkle to a gnome and see what happens. Shoo pixies away. Oh, so that's what the pixies look like. Cool. Enchant 3 items. So yeah, let's play around with this. I haven't messed around with this. Decorate items with florals. Decorate enchanted items with florals. Fairy kissed blossoms portrait. Let's do that. Here, let's put that in our depressing office. Well, that's pretty. So I just need to reach level 3 of that. And then actually, what is it feeling now? Because now it's green. Oh, right, it's Saturday, and you're always happy on Saturday. There we go. Level 4. Through toil and trouble, Reagan is proving her salt in the art of apothecary. She can now craft the following elixirs. Noxious gas and hooked on nature. Nature's benefits grow for Reagan. When using the privy bush, she stays cleaner and loses less hygiene. At this level, Reagan finds bathing in natural water kind of fun, even a bit uncomfortable at times. Napping on benches is also a little nicer than before. Right, can we go back to sleep in our little fairy house? I'm not even using the furniture inside the house. You kind of don't really need to be quite honest with you. You just need this little fairy home, and you don't really need to do anything else. You can sleep in here. You can have a little dance party in here. You can take a bath in here. You don't really need anything else. Yeah, you have a thing. You have a thing. I'm not entirely sure what's wrong with you, but you look, different. Burning passion ailment. Oh. Reagan feels her temperature rising. Okay, so do I have the ingredients for the cure? Burning passion cure. I need an aura petal. Oh, I have oh my god. So, that's not good. She can light furniture on fire because of her illness. Can I make that cure now? Burning passion cure. There we go. That wasn't good. That happened so fast. I didn't even see that it was happening. Eat burning passion cure. Take that. Did you find anything? There we go. Oh my god. Stop finding trash! And if you find the trash, just like, don't dig it up and put it in your pocket. Ooh, level 5 apothecary. Halfway to mastery, Reagan has a little more resistance to the various smells when using the apothecary table. Can now craft the following elixirs. A wee drink, momentary happiness. Apothecarist's table organizer can now be purchased through build mode. Oh, okay. Okay, so for work, I need to revitalize needs of 3 Sims. Ugh. That sounds like hard work. That's not an easy task. That's a time-consuming task, and I need to find a sim to be able to do it. Alright, can we just invite people here? Can you invite over? Who needs... Okay, don't ask to stay over. Revitalize needs. How do I do that? Revitalize needs. There we go. Okay, did you not like that? I'm trying to revitalize your needs. Okay, well, that's 1. There we go. See, work is done. Oh, I got promoted. Promoted to Holistic Care Trainee. Reagan has been promoted to Holistic Care Trainee. She will now make an additional 22 per hour for a grand total of 72 per hour. She has also reached the following bonus. Educate about balance, social, 475 simoleons, and next shift is at Wednesday at 8 a.m. Reach Natural Living Level 5. Natural living knowledge unfolds. Reagan can now eat frogs. Ew. Intentionally forage for collectible. Ooh. Reagan can talk to nature itself to slowly recover her social needs outdoors. Reagan can also overcome the discomfort of bathing in natural water in public restrooms, sponge baths. We'll get cleaner faster. Okay. So then can I do that? Can I forage for collectibles? Forage for collectibles. And I got a frog. You know what that means? I need to eat the frog. Oh, that happened so fast. I wanted to take a picture, but that happened way too fast. She just gulped that down in one bite. Okay, here I am on a different day wanting to give some final thoughts. So first, let's go over our fairy needs. So our fairy needs are emotional force, fun, social, energy, and hygiene. She has no bladder, which I guess makes sense because she doesn't have any hunger needs, but it still is kind of weird that she never has to go to the bathroom. So it's really kind of weird that we have no bladder needs, but I guess it makes sense because we don't have any hunger needs. And then we have our fairy home where you can sleep, take a bath, throw a dance party, regenerate the emotional force, and shake for fairy dust. And so the fairy house kind of makes it to where you don't really need a regular house because you can fulfill your sleep needs, you can fulfill your hygiene needs, you can throw a dance party with some friends and regenerate your emotional force. So you don't really need a house. I have a kitchen because I like the way it looks, and so I just wanted it for decoration purposes, but like the kitchen, I've never even had to use it. And for the bathroom, like I'll occasionally use the bathtub, and same with the bed. I'll sometimes sleep in the bed, but most of the time I'll just sleep in the fairy house. So you don't really need a house. The only thing you really need is a fairy house, and pretty much all of your needs are going to be met. Next we have fairy abilities. And so we click on this and we bring up the fairy abilities menu. So we have manipulation, emotion, nature, and customization. So we have like a whole bunch of different options depending on what kind of fairy you want to be. And so I mostly chose the nature abilities. So I was mostly focusing on the gardening and apothecary skills. So I focus mostly on the nature section, but there are definitely some options if you wanted to be a little bit more of a mean fairy or kind of manipulate other Sims' emotions. And so you can really customize the fairy abilities depending on what kind of fairy do you want to be, what do you want to focus on. So next we have the balance and imbalance system. I was never unbalanced, and so I actually don't really know what happens when this bar goes down because she was always in a good mood. So I don't know if I'm just really good at taking care of my Sims or if it's just hard to get them imbalanced. So I'm not entirely sure what happens when this bar goes down. So for new skills that come with the pack, we have the apothecary skill, which I am currently level 7. And we have the natural living skill, which I am currently level 6. The apothecary skill really works hand in hand with the new career that comes with the pack, which we'll talk about in a second. And the natural living skill is really handy for if you want to do a rags to riches challenge. But at the same time, it almost makes rags to riches a little bit easier because it makes it easier for you to like sleep on the ground and take showers out in nature and use the bathroom out in nature to where you don't really need to make a house because you can do all of that stuff out in nature. And so it kind of depends. Do you want to make it easier to do rags to riches? Do you like the challenge of rags to riches? So again, do you want rags to riches to be easy? Do you want rags to riches to be harder? Because this skill right here just kind of makes rags to riches just really easy where you don't even really need to build a house because you can take care of all of your needs out in nature. You can also eat raw fish and raw frogs, so you don't even really need to cook your own food because you can gather your own food, as well as clicking the ground and saying forage for food, and they'll just eat food straight out of the ground. So again, it makes rags to riches really easy, which, depending on how you play your game, could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. As for the apothecary skill, that's where this table comes in. You can craft all of your cures, and you can either cure your sim or another sim with all the stuff that you can craft here. This works hand in hand with the new Nature Path career. I don't think outside of doing the Nature Path career would I ever go back to work on a apothecary skill because they kind of work hand in hand. I additionally find it kind of interesting that they decided to use this system to add more illnesses to the game because it just feels like it's building upon the illness system that we already have. They're just calling it something different and having different cures. As well as the apothecary skill working hand in hand with the naturopath career, it also works well with the gardening skill. So I have some ingredients growing in my garden over here that you use to craft the cures with. So lemon, daisy, sage, stuff like that I'm growing so that I can have ingredients for my apothecary cures. For other ingredients, you can just click on the ground, forage, and then forage for apothecary ingredients. And so you'll get other ingredients for the cures, such as acorns. You can buy acorns, but another good way is to forage for them. You can also forage for plants. So that's how I got some flowers, and I think I dug up some lemons as well as some trash randomly for some reason. You can also forage for collectibles. So I think I dug up a frog and I dug up one of those My Sim trophy things. You can also click forage here and it'll just be a random selection of stuff that you pick up. There's also some new plants like the Aura Blossom, Moody Shrub, Lightning Root, and probably some others that I'm missing, which also work for ingredients for making cures. Another new thing that they have when it comes to gardening is that you see these little orbs floating around my plants. Those are pixies. Rather than having to spray for bugs, you have to gently shoo away pixies. You can also enchant your plants and change the auras. So when near the aura blossom, Sim's luck may worsen. When near the aura blossom, Sim's balance may increase. So you can change the aura of the plant to kind of give your Sim different mood boosts. So the career that comes with this pack is the naturopathy career, and the branches for that are apothecurist and lifestyle coaching. The branch that I chose is the apothecurist branch because I was focusing mostly on the apothecary skill and the gardening, so that's why I chose that. And again, the career works hand in hand with the apothecary skill, and so you will be asked to study apothecary cures or give cures to other Sims. Outside of this pack, I probably won't have my Sim work in the naturopathy career just as a personal choice, but it's nice to have a new career and that the new skill is incorporated into the career. So there's a lot of gameplay as far as that goes. You also have fables that different townies will give you, and you have to complete a task in order to get the rest of the fable. So it's kind of like you get a little quest to complete to get a little bit of a story. I mean, the fable system is fine. I mean, I feel like once you finish all the fables, why would you do them again? But it's kind of neat that you have a little bit of extra gameplay, but I don't really have any strong opinions about the fable system. It's just kind of like they give you rewards. So a reward, holistic cure, small critter bones, and then the end of the fable. So you do get stuff from completing the fable. Next we have the aspirations. So the aspiration I started with is Elixir Enthusiast. I'm on the last tier of that one where you just reach level 10 of the naturopath career and craft the holistic cure elixir at the apothecary table, which I have to be level 10 to be able to craft that. So this aspiration really just walks you through the apothecary skill and the naturopath career. So forage ingredients, craft items at the apothecary table, give a Sim a cure, reach level 2 of the naturopath career. The hardest thing was earn $600 by selling items at the apothecary table because the items that you can craft at the apothecary table are really not worth a lot. The next aspiration is fairy stories. This one is really kind of just walking you through just being a fairy. It's kind of pretty baseline. Become a fairy, throw dance parties, befriend fairies, reach glimmering fairy rank, which is the 3rd rank, use fairy dust to enchant items, and visit the Mossvale Fairy Hub and use it 3 times, which is this thing right over here where you can collect fairy dust rations, take a bath, use the toilet, all that stuff. So you just have to use that 3 times. So it just seems kind of like a mini tutorial almost for being a fairy. And then once you complete all of these tasks for fairy stories, then these 2 right here unlock. And so it gives you a choice. Do you want to be a discordant fairy or do you want to be a harmonious fairy? Regardless on which one you select, you have the ability to do both of them. So it really doesn't matter if you want to change your mind later. Both of these will show up. So don't be worried about selecting one and not being able to do the other. You will be able to do both, as you can see here. So I first selected Harmonious Fairy, where you cure other Sims ailments 3 times, use the Growth Eruption Fairy ability 3 times, and use the Nature Nurture Fairy ability 3 times. It's really short and really easy to do, which I wish there's a little bit more to it, because I feel like I finished that really fast. And then the Discordant Fairy, which is kind of similar, but it focuses more on the more mean abilities that you can do as a fairy. So rather than curing someone's ailment in the harmonious path, you can inflict ailments on other Sims during this path, as well as shifting luck of 3 Sims. You can shift the luck for the better, but you can also shift the luck for the worse. Also, you manipulate objects and you trigger fear of magic on a Sim. I kind of just did that one by accident. I think by just using a fairy magic on them, they kind of automatically trigger fear. So again, it was really quick and easy to finish it, but I wish there was a little bit more. But I did think it was kind of interesting that these were almost hidden aspirations until you completed this one, and then you can pick like, okay, what kind of fairy do you want to be? So the last gameplay item is this thing right here, which is the Nature Press. You can decorate items with flowers that you grow or gather, or you can decorate with the same flowers, but you can enchant it. So what that does is that you create like pictures like this, and it says right there, this object is enchanted, and it gives off an emotional aura. I didn't really mess with this too much. I would like to play with it some more because you can really craft a lot of different decor items with this. My only complaint with this is that it's instantaneous. You just select that you want to craft the item, and then it pretty much immediately is crafted. There's really no progress bar involved with that, which I guess that could be a good thing, that could be a bad thing depending on how you look at it. So that's all that I really was able to play around with in this game. There very well could be more things that I didn't have time to explore, but that's all that I really was able to get to in the time that I've had the game. So, final thoughts. I like this pack. I think it's really nice. The world is absolutely beautiful. The clothing I feel like is kind of hit or miss for me. There's some beautiful items and there's some items that I absolutely hate and I want out of the game. The career and the skills are nice. Again, I probably wouldn't really mess with the Nature Path career or the apothecary skill that much, but the natural living skill I feel like it can be really handy in your gameplay, but at the same time it can almost make your gameplay a little bit too easy depending on how you like to play the game. The aspirations, it's always nice to have new aspirations, but I feel like they were a little bit easy and almost tutorial-like for the new career and just being a fairy in general. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the new pack. I think it's really beautiful. I think it has some fun gameplay. But outside of being a fairy, a lot of the things in the pack I don't feel like I would really use that much. I think the Nature Press is something that you can really use in any of your gameplay because you don't really need to be a fairy to play with that, with the exception of needing like some things like the aura petals or the new plants that come with the pack that you would need to craft some of those items with. But there are items that you can craft that doesn't require those new plants. So I think that still is worth playing with outside of being a fairy. So yeah, I hope this video was informative and I hope it made your day just a little bit sweeter. Oh, you're still here? Didn't you hear? The video's over. Well, since you're here, why don't you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. While you're at it, follow me on Twitch, where I stream more games like this. Link is in the description below.